15 decibel down. Is that bearable? It might be a little bit loud. 5 decibels. How about that? Is that pretty good? It looks good to me. So, I have a map in SimCity 4 called TR1. It's an awful name. I think I just like typed in numbers. It's a blank region of all large tiles. It's not huge. It's pretty big though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not crazy big, but normally I use SimCity 4 Terraformer to edit the whole map, but I think I'm going to attempt to make the map from scratch, tile by tile, and so let's go for it. I mean, this is about the center, right? Boom. What do I name the city? What do I name anything? Oh. Alright, so we are fully zoomed out. This is a large tile. So let's see, we need to make some mountains. So I'm thinking, what is this map gonna be? I don't know. We could do some mountains, right? Maybe like, because I want to make the center of the map a large sprawling city, like probably 5 million people. And then I'm gonna have like the outskirts and other cities on the region that are smaller, but that'll bump it up to 20 million. So I think we need to give it some kind of character there. Maybe a river. Actually, absolutely a river. No, it's not City Skylines where it actually like models the water flow and stuff. But it's not too bad. There we go. Looks like the water's flowing that way, which I'm okay with. And we'll make a shallow valley along the river, alright? Let me turn on Twitch chat real quick. There it is. Alright, turn this down. Come on, phone. My phone is just not. There. Alright, anyways. We were making. Oh. I mean, got jazz flute solos. The City Skylines have jazz flute solos? No. Jazz flutes. So maybe cliffs. Let's do some cliffs. I don't do enough of those. So let's make a hill. Alright. And then we'll make a plains area. Alright. Not a lot of elevation gain, but it'll be noticeable. So this would be kind of maybe like a river, like a river valley or something like that. This side, well, I think this side will just have a ridge going through it. So we're gonna take the mountain. So can I make it smaller or bigger? Oh, oops. Alright, so we gotta make this into cliffs. And so, how you do that, if my memory serves me right, yeah. Oh, no, stop it. Oops. Alright, so that's a bit extreme. See if we can kind of smooth that out a bit. Nope. Alright. But you know what? We'll just make the cliff a bit bigger. We're fine. Alright. So the cliff left side it goes up, right side goes down to make like a cliff. And so you can also just do a plateau. Alright, it's a cliff. Look at that. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Look at that. Bam. Cliff. And we'll just come up close and we're going to make this a good tool. Let's do planes. All right. It kind of has this weird like hill on top of it. I'm trying to cut that out a little bit at least. All right, mountain. Like a little mountain of that. That's fine. Hold on. 1 second. The game is like deafening in these headphones. Sorry about that. Okay, that's a lot better. Holy crap, it's like give my brain a break. Jeez. Okay. So we have a nice little ridge. We need to make it a little bit sharper though. Alright. So shift makes it bigger. Control. No. Control minus? No. There is a way to make it like really small and like fine detail, but I forgot. Because I'm really good at this game. Nah, this will work fine. We'll just need to really hone in on the bottom part. Actually, quick level brush. If only it wasn't so dang ridiculous. Oh, I saved the game. The stream looks pretty good actually. I'm impressed. Okay. Alright, let's look it up. How to change your brush size in SimCity 4. Shift plus a number. So shift 1. That's it. So, quick take that tutorial just for you guys, because you're my loyal fans. All 0 of you watching. Yeah. Just hit that shift button. Press the number you want. Like a 3. 3 is pretty great. Look at this. Bam. Give a nice like sharp cliff texture. It's kind of so how the tool works in this game as opposed to City Skylines. So City Skylines, you right click on the height level that you want. This game, where you first left click, determines the height that you are using. So right, like right there, boom. Down here is just going to be straight flat, so we're just going to cut that crap out, right? Because I used the smooth tool on it like an idiot. Let's go over here. This needs to be fixed. Sorry, this takes a lot of time, you know, to make a good SimCity format, like map by map. It's not going to be a fast process. This is going to be probably over years. But that's what this game is about. This game is not about like easy or quick. This game is about long term, just like smashing it out. I think this right here should be like a break in the cliff where people can, theoretically, people could you know, build a highway. So there we go. It's like a little eroded kind of spot. Maybe do steep valley. Maybe shift like 2. Right. Put some wrinkles in there. Like it's washed out. Right. There we go. Just trying to think about, like, not the geology of the area, but like, there's gonna be all cliffs in the middle area. It's gonna turn to ridges or mountains. I don't know. Anyways, let's finish off. At least get some kind of city building in this first, like, stream, right? Let's do this. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Right? And then we'll just take the smoothing tool or soften tool. And I'm just gonna go back. Smooth out the back end of this just a little bit, right? Nothing crazy, just barely clicking. And then I think I'll build a little creek coming from here, just because it'll add variety to the map. Because right now the map, it does have features, right? But just having that like extra little bit of detail really helps out with making a city look unique. Because the problem with the game, if you just have a map where it's all flat, you're gonna have a boring city because you're gonna have no features to like build around unless you make some by like, oh, here's the airport. And so like I can build around it or whatever, but it's not the same. There's geographical features on a map, right? So we're gonna make a valley. We're gonna make it tiny. Control 3. Right? Actually, we're gonna take shallow valley right here. We're gonna do that, and then we're going to. Here's how you make a small creek in this game, and actually, it works in City Skylines too. You make your big creek with a rough tool. Then you take your leveling brush. Usually, I think planes work pretty well. Make it small. Small is important, right? And you can finally go in and just kind of level out how wide you want this creek from both sides. Right? Because if you have the crude tool, it will never look right. You'll not be happy. It's just not going to work. That's how it's simple. Right? Now we did that. So we've lost some of the features of our creases. And so we'll go in here, get a valley, control 1, shift 1, I mean. And we're just going to click and just kind of erode away. I know there is an erode tool and stuff, but it doesn't work a lot because it kind of angles it towards, I guess, the southeast corner of the map. It's really weird how it angles it. It looks good when it works right, but City Skylines has definitely spoiled me in the ways of terraforming. It is definitely 100% better in that game. But to be fair, this game is from 2003, and it's almost based off of like The Sims 1, kind of like, well, almost Roller Coaster Tycoon, really. If you think about it, if you play Roller Coaster Tycoon, it's all about these tiles and how you can like angle the tiles to build hills and stuff, and valleys and creeks and rivers. It's almost like that exact same principle of how it's super tile based, which is fine, right? Alright, so this area right here is kind of rough, right? So let's take the erode tool. See it. Actually, I'm okay with that, right? So it's not like visible canyons, but there's like some definite wrinkles there, some like weathering and erosion going on. Alright, so we have that. And I think I don't want there to be a major port here. I think we should make the river just a little bit wider. Yeah, that'll be fine. So I'm going to try and make the river look a little bit realistic. It's really tough because you think, oh, rivers go from narrow to wide. And that's almost entirely wrong. I mean, in general, that's true. But often you'll see like rivers go from like a narrow stream that's fast flowing to a wide, not flowing at all, kind of lake almost. And then it goes back to a small, like almost fast moving stream. That's just kind of how rivers work. So yeah, some irregularities in the shape of the river, perfectly fine. But it doesn't feel like it's realistic, right? Because what feels like it's realistic is to have it like, be like, it just gradually gets wider over time. No, it's wrong. So, this side has this nice cliff. Let's put some trees on it. Let's put trees only on the cliff. And kind of like in this little valley area, but I think it's gonna be mostly an open plains situation with this map. Just on this side of the river. So I'm thinking the river's gonna be the very bottom of this valley. Of course it is, right? It's a river. But on this side, mountains? Don't want to do mountains. I could do more cliffs. Let's do more cliffs. I think that would be good. Alright, so actually I'm going to use the Mesa tool, because that's pretty good at making a flat, elevated area. Gives you an idea of like how steep the overall terrain is going to be. Quick level brush, change that down to small. I think this is a good height. Just go over and make a not so crazy cliff, right? Maybe have it come out a little bit like that. Maybe have a little bit of like deviation in it. Some non-conformity, really. I'm gonna come in with the cliff tool, and we're gonna be running towards us, right? We're kind of like painting on these cliffs, right? So I'm just following the groove, with the higher side being to the left of the direction of movement. So if I'm moving it to the down, the right side will be higher. And it's pretty simple. I mean, there will be some mistakes in it, like it'll make some weird like crags and stuff, but that's fine. Cliffy areas in real life have those, right? And there's a little bit of a lift towards the cliff, which is also fine. If you want to eliminate that, you can just go in with the quick level brush and just kind of cut that out. Actually, I recommend the planes tool. It's a little bit softer on the edges. So this side's not as dramatic of a cliff as the other side. But it'll work, right? This will let me have the very center of the city just be, this whole valley is going to be filled out, brimming with huge buildings, huge like industrial complexes, power plants, everything. It's going to be awesome. Just gonna do that a bit. Maybe add a little bit of irregularity in here too. Maybe make a spot where, you know what, it's halfway between, right? And this is where you may want to use the quick level brush, so that way you can make some more harsher edges, right? Because the quick level brush is a very hard brush in terms of that it's like a solid circle. So, anyways. Alright, that's pretty good. Let's add some very big, gentle hills. Like I'm clicking for a millisecond while I'm sliding it. So it's just like the most gentle possible hill I can get from this game. Right? Especially on this backside kind of area. Maybe make it a little bit more elevated near the cliff. Right here, boom. A little bit. Nothing crazy, nothing insane. I think I'm gonna have a river right here, but it's gonna be a river gorge, right? So take this, and we're just gonna go. And this is the problem with making a region tile by tile. You get these weird issues that only happen because you're limited to this box. And so you have to deal with the edges of the box. Which, I mean, you can fix it. There's nothing crazy, but it's also just kind of annoying. Let's see, your steep valley. Let's go with like a shift 2. We have to rotate the map actually. Yeah, there we go. See, it's kind of gonna make it work, right? Go like that, and use a quick level brush. There we go. And that'll be a second river. I think you're gonna have a bunch of tributaries that combine to one big river for like one tile, and then it's gonna be a big like harbor slash bay in the next tile. We'll see. You know, it's just like an evolving map. Let's put trees in. All right, there we go. I do love having just a clean slate, a perfectly clean slate of a city map, and it's just very refreshing. Over here it needs to have a little bit of quick level brushing. Keep that cliff going. I think the upper side of the cliff, the higher side, was going to have more of a forest, more of like a wild, rugged environment, and then the river valley is going to be a nice, fertile, easily developed area. Maybe trees along the river. Nothing really novel happening going on. You know, just kind of the use. We have a little stream coming in from the side. So we made a pretty good map. It's not, doesn't have the most like a tiny little minute features that are really interesting, but you know, we can add those as we go, right? Because we have a bit of God mode terraforming tools. Anyways, let's make the city. The city is going to be called. If this is the hub city, the main city, this tile is probably going to have over 1 million, probably 2 million sims in it. I'm going to call it Metropolis. Mayor name, Steven. That's me. And there we go. We have just made a map in Simcity 4. That simple. My camera position is my camera position is actually pretty good. I didn't realize that. Mountain Dew. Okay. So we're gonna start off really simple. I'm thinking industry sector right here, and then and this side's gonna be residential commercial all the way up. Maybe right here we can industrial, I don't know. We'll start with the industrial on the other side of the river, pretty much. Alright, so let's run a bridge across. That bridge is ugly. Would you ferries? Yeah. I like this bridge design quite a bit. It's pretty good. Also this one. That's my favorite. Alright. So now we have the industrial side, which will give a natural gas power plant. This is the perfect, like, small to medium-sized power plant. Relatively clean, which doesn't really matter, especially in the long run, but it's better than nothing. Then out some industrial. On this side, commercial on the main road. It's very important in this game to have your commercial on the main road because it depends on having customers drive by. Much like real life, actually. At least commercial services. And so, yeah. I live and die by that principle. I kind of wish City Skylines would implement that. I think that'd be a really useful mechanic for making design decisions in your city. Because the City Skylines, you could almost just like not have any design decisions at all. You just have like a mix of like, here's industrial, residential, commercial. Doesn't really matter. Back street, main street, Broadway, doesn't matter. It's a little bit too much zoom. Zoom in a little bit more. There we go. And we have our small, humble little town. And luckily, bridges carry power. Because that makes sense. Why would you have power lines next to a bridge and put the power cables in the bridge? A lot of industry. Oh. So my brain sees the City Skylines where I press a number and it changes the speed. There we go. All the same house. Kind of boring. All the same house again. Kind of boring. Alright, are we making money? Barely. And look, in this game, we don't have to build water pipes immediately because this game understands the concept of water pumps and septic systems. I don't know if that's just like not a thing in Europe where Colossal Order is for City Skylines, but it's definitely a thing everywhere else as far as I know. So it's interesting. So we have pretty high industrial demand. They probably like some farms. I'm not going to bother with farms in this map. This whole map's going to be just urban, super urban. So we're going to take this, we're going to go like that, give a network connection, build out more industrial. Alright, so I need to make more residential area. I'm thinking right here I'll do a split. I'm going to make enough room to have 3 tiles of commercial and then the road. And a space in between that and the residential. So when I upgrade this road to avenue, which I'm almost guaranteed to do that, I will just, it'll be a simple, just move the commercial back a tile. Rather than taking up either residential space or taking up a commercial space, which is not good either way. Alright, so we have this road. I'm thinking kind of bring it up at an angle, and then it's going to come over this cliff somehow. Let's rotate. Actually, let's save. And we'll contemplate our lives for a second while it saves. Hopefully it'll save, not crash. I don't know why this game crashes. This game is less stable on a modern system with a 1080 Ti and a 5820K at 4.4 gigahertz than it is on like a ancient Windows XP machine. But whatever. Maybe like some RAM, like fire station. See, this game's awesome because it knows that you're not going to build a fire station until a fire happens. And so it gives you the option to build a fire station immediately. It's great. Because then you save some money. Because every dollar counts in that first little bit of time. So I could just run it through and build a tunnel. Or I could build it like straight at the cliff, which I'm going to do. So let's rotate. Alright, we'll do that. We may have to just kind of etch out our cliff face. So I have Mare and God tools. I'll use Mare tools just to be fair, but it doesn't. It doesn't matter. The amount of money is almost trivial. So now I've kind of made a little bit of a etching in the cliff face. Right, so you can see the clear path of the road where it's gonna go. It should work. The automatic leveling of the game is very good. Not perfect by any means, but it's pretty. Oh. Oops. It's pretty good though. That's not exactly what I want. See, we're getting there. See, when you place a single tile, it flattens out that spot. It does give you kind of like little platforms to work from. Like right here, we just kind of delete that. And there you go, roundabout. It's an overlook now. There we go. It's now our road to the outside world. Alright, so we had no demand for commercial. So let's just build neighborhoods. We're just gonna make this whole area big old neighborhoods. That's what's in demand. Space for commercial. Zone out. Hitting control, hitting Alt rotates it. There we go. Look at that. Buildings don't build in areas that don't have power. It's crazy. I know City of Skylines doesn't live by that rule, but holy crap, it is useful. And power is transferred by zones, not by buildings. So, just different design philosophies. It's really interesting. Alright, so now it's saying I should build water pumps, because basically forcing people to use like well pumps keeps them poor, or rich people don't want to live where they have well pumps, pretty much. So we come in, we're like, okay, we'll build you some pumps. There we go, water pump. These don't have to be by anything. It says it's sourced from an aquifer, so just kind of, I put it by the river anyways. It's easier to remember where they are. And very similar to the City of Skylines in terms of pipe placement, this game has the same like same dance and song pretty much. I try to do like 5 tiles. Oh my gosh, that. Yeah, 5 tiles between the pipe and the blue of the other pipe. It works pretty well. 3. Oh my gosh. Here's 5. Alright, so we are now prepped. I could water the industrial area. Right now the industrial area is a very bunch of crappy buildings. So if I give it water, it's going to explode popularity. But first, I need a landfill. That's very expensive. We're just going to do a regular landfill zone. Just keep it simple. I'll put it right here in the water. So why not? Screw the environment pretty much. The expense goes up way high really quick, and then it jumps back down. I don't know what causes that. I really don't know. whatever. Alright, what else were they complaining about? I guess we build water over here. So, build that straight across and build that straight across. And that's going to be, just watch. It's like a paradigm shift for industry areas to have water. Boom. Just going to grow like crazy. Man, this music's so good! Ah. Why can't other games have this soundtrack? It's so good. Look, got big factories coming in. It's time to build high capacity high schools. High capacity water pumps, which we will use, because those are very good. Very expensive though, holy crap. Alright, we're doing pretty good. It's not crazy growth right now. But I think I need to build a fire station. No? You have a fire station. We'll just let it take its course. So now we have some demand for commercial and residential. Not a ton, but enough to zone. Alright, so it's kind of... We'll do that. That gives us a little road to this back area. I do like the 2-tile depth. That's really good for density. Here has 3 tiles, that's fine. But the buildings are pretty much the same capacity, whether or not they're 3 or 2 tile, at least in the low density residential phase. When these are high density buildings, these will probably end up being 4x4 skyscrapers. So that'll be a bit of the ways down the road, for sure. That guy's complaining because we don't have any medium density, but we can't even build any medium density because we don't have enough people, I think. We have enough people for medium density? Let's see. Nope, we do. Alright, now we have a slum. It's okay, I guess, you know. Let's look at these awesome places. We have apartments. 72 people living in that building. I love that this game gives me the exact number of people. I'm tired of like 3 families. That's the most ambiguous answer ever. Then it gives you like a pie chart and it tells you like 2 teenagers, 3 adults, and 1 elderly person. It's like, why not just give me the number like this and then tell me how rich they are? Look at this. Land value, low. Yeah, they're poor. Alright, pollution, low. So this is the ambient desirability factors, right? So while pollution and garbage are low, school grade and hospital grade are also low. So nobody's going to want to live here because it's a bunch of nothing. Traffic noise low, commute short, it's all good stuff. Anyways, I think we should start education. Well, first, pipes. Before everything abandons. That should be 5. See, we're doing pretty good. You know, we'll just do that. It's perfect. Kind of bump all this right up to the cliff. Long-term kind of stuff, I'm planning on having a highway, at least 1, maybe 2 or 3 highways running through the Central Valley. There's gonna be 1 along the river, 1 on this edge of the cliff, 1 on this cliff over here that you can't really see with the trees. Yeah, those run parallel to the river, maybe 1 crossing, maybe 2. We will need it. If we're gonna have over 1 million Sims in the city, it's gonna be packed. The traffic will be insane. Alright, let's build out commercial tiers of the map. There we go. Probably won't fill up. Let's see. What do we want to build? Mayor's house. So Mayor's house will increase the land value of everything around it because it's like a landmark kind of thing. I'm okay with the idea of a riverfront rich people area. So there we go. And also, I believe the mayor's house is like a capacity kind of thing. So until you build it, you're going to be limited on your, like, what will build in your city, like the tiers of buildings. And City Hall is definitely one for sure. All right, so let's build this guy right here. There we go. We now have a City Hall. What else? Blah, 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 blah. Traffic jams. Nope, nothing. Okay, so they really want some more industry, so we'll give it to them. They've earned it. I hate building a lot of industry, but it's just it's the reality. Especially with a lot of poor people, like my city has. Well, poor, uneducated people, specifically. Yeah, I know everybody's dumb and poor in my city. Calm down. I'll build a school. Alright, so elementary school right there, and one right there. There we go. Land value goes up. Look at this. Did I make that medium? Oops. Oh, that was a bad idea. I did not mean to make this medium density. You can see the buildings it's going to delete. Oh well, it'll be okay. Let's see. 16,000 people. We're doing pretty good. Everything's going up. Let's build a new power plant. Another thing in this game is that power plants get old. This one's losing capacity as time goes on. We're almost full capacity right now. So let's build a big power plant. We have money. We're making money. And they're pretty much locked from us right now, which sucks. We do oil. Oil makes a lot. Look at that, 7,000 megawatt-hours a month. That's cheap. 600 bucks for 7,000. This is 400 for 3,000. That's a good deal. It also pollutes heavily. Like, holy crap, it's gonna be smog because they're burning straight up oil for power. Alright, schools are striking because there's not enough money. It's fine. You're here. Oh look, we're over capacity. Simple. Just roll that up. Done. Come over here. Check this school. Way over capacity. Actually, we need almost another school. Wow, we have a lot of people using the main road here. Oh yeah, they want churches increase land value around them. So this is kind of a good thing to put in the middle of like a poor neighborhood. Kind of helps out their wealth. And want a university? Do not build the university first time. Just hit closed. So you can keep it in your repertoire. Graveyard, right there, bottom of the cliff. So when they like jump off the cliff because they hate themselves, they'll land right in their grave. It's really just smart planning. Think about it. All right, so I'm gonna try and build another road. Right here. Here, bridge across. Oh no, why do I have the... What? No. Yeah, try it from a little bit further back. There we go. Little suspension bridge kind of thing. It's a bit overkill looking. That's a good bridge. Here, let's do this one. I like this one. It's gonna come out over here like this. Make a little bit of a turn and then go over, connecting to this side of the city. And then I think I'm actually gonna have it cut through here. Hook up on this side. So hopefully to pull the traffic on this road rather than run it through the middle of town. We'll see. No, it's not working at all. Alright. Commercial area. Let's just... There are these side streets that we don't want. Sure. Click these like that. There we go. Now, if I want this area to be rich, I need to increase the land value a lot. Best way to do that is just simple, small parks, filling in the gaps. You could do big parks, but they're less efficient in terms of space usage to increase land value. I got a basketball court right here. Let's build a couple. There's a little bit of benefit, but nothing crazy. These people just want to keep living there, so that's fine. It's totally fine. So 17,000 people. People want a police station, so let's do that. We'll give them. If we had the money, we'll do it large. We're gonna build it on this side of the road because I left this gap on this side in order to allow for the upgrade to an avenue. And there we go. We now have a police station. And value's gonna go up. I'm gonna build a bit more, then I build a hospital. So I think this road should diverge. Alright. One's gonna go this way and kind of follow the curve of the river. Alright. And one's gonna go straight to a little bit to the right. Ah. Alright. Something like that. That's entirely wrong. Like this tile right here, it's not filling up, sure, but give it some time and it will. That will be a big building or freaking the smaller buildings. I mean, this one right here, that's a big area. It's way bigger than anything in City Skylines. City Skylines, their 4x4 tiles or whatever are literally this big. Imagine if my entire city was built off of buildings that big. Like this. I don't know. Bugs me. Just fill these in. There we go. Now we have a nice little downtown kind of area. We'll just build around that with residential. It'll look good. And we go make this area medium density. I'm hoping because we've raised the land value so much, this will build out as medium wealth. We'll see. Instant though. Wow. Wow. That demand is crazy. This game builds. Boom, boom, boom. Instant build. And because they're building residential here, they're instantly upgrading the commercial right there. Because there's more people to work in it. It's a very well designed system. I love it. So, we have high wealth. Great. I feel like it's important to have like a foothold of high wealth in your city, because you can kind of like take that blob of high wealth and kind of push it out this way and kind of build out your high wealth region of your city, rather than just like, this is high wealth, this is low wealth. It's like no control over the wealth. And now we need water. Oh, we're actually out of water. Look at that. They're not able to pump enough to reach all the buildings. So we're just going to go ahead and delete this guy. Get out of here. We're going to build a big pump. Like that. I'm probably to go in with the, there we go. There we go. Sweet, that's some good looking high wealth. A little bit samey, but that'll go away. So let's do small plazas right here, and here, and here. And we'll build it at the back of these 4 tile ones, because those will never develop. You'll never have a 1x4 tile building thing. Actually, I'm going to fill this in too. Just like that. I know I'm kind of condemning this area to not have any big buildings growing it, but that'll be fine. Smooth that out a bit. There. Look at that. That is a good looking downtown area. I don't know why people don't like this game. The art style is just so cohesive and everything just flows together so well. Let's do medium density here for now, because they're really loving that commercial all of a sudden. It's because I educated them. They love the education. So take this. We're gonna do that actually. It's high density. No, I didn't. There we go. High density. We're going all or nothing. Also, there's not a fire station over here. Let's put a large fire station. There. That'll go away in a second. Industry area wanting more water. No biggie. Just do that. There we go. I love the industrial so much. My hope is that I don't have to build this dirty industry area sector too big, so that I can build out a large, expansive, high-tech industry area. That's my favorite. And it's also gives me the most tax money too. Let's see, I'm just gonna run this over a bit, kind of jog it to the left, and over a bit. There. Alright, so I think we have police coverage actually. Fire coverage a little bit. What else do we need? School coverage. We have some elementary schools, which is fine. Landmark things. Ooh, mayor statue. Another good candidate for these little like one tile kind of building areas, like right there. Boom. Perfect spot for a statue. At least one style statue. Anything else? University, the church. Ooh, we could build the university on the hill. That'd be a good spot, you know. It's right here. Not yet because it's really expensive. We only have 23,000 people. Our finances are good, but they're not very good, like I would like them to be. Run that in. Almost time to leave. We've done quite a bit though. Let's build all medium density. It's close to the downtown area. It's just medium density. Did I make this high density? Tennis courts? I don't know. Rich people love tennis courts. Bigger than big buildings. Come on. Oops. Pause game. Give it a second. Control S for a save. Wait for death. Will we have a skyscraper? That looks like it could be one. I don't know. Ooh, golf course. A free golf course too. Maybe I'll put that up on the cliff. Kind of up here somewhere. That'd be a good spot. Maybe build some like really like nice looking high wealth, high density like skyscrapers up there. The city is doing pretty good. Let's look at traffic before we leave. Let's see. Main roads, solid. Back roads, not so much. Go ahead and upgrade this from a street to a road. Just like that. This same thing. Right here, definitely. Ooh, there's actually a traffic issue there. Basically, the gradient from green to red is basically like you're good to go. All the way to traffic sucks. Ugh. Making good progress though. We have some of these guys. We have some really poor people. Ooh, we have one of these. These are pretty nice looking. This is what I love about SimCity 4. It's like, these are medium density, right? So this is about as big as medium density gets, right here. And so if you zone out a whole medium density area, the whole area, once fully upgraded, will be these awesome looking like high-rise apartments, but not like skyscrapers. And you have control over that. City Skylines is like, what if we only had two? You're either like residential housing or your skyscrapers. There's no in between. The only in between is it's like on a gradient of poor to rich. So like if you have like poor people live in like smaller buildings, rich people live in skyscrapers. Also check out these Japanese houses. Oh, come on. There we go. 33 people right in there. It's like a 3-floor apartment building. Zoom in. Yep, see? Oh. Medium wealth. No. High wealth, look at this. High wealth, 124 people live here. High mayor approval, high land value, low pollution, low garbage, high schools, high hospital, low crime, high traffic noise, which is pretty bad, but commute is short. That's perfect. Pretty much those are probably waiting on the city to get bigger, because once you have a large city, especially once you pass the 100,000 mark, it's easier for large buildings to build because there's like barriers that are built into the game. They're like, okay, if it's below this population, nothing's going to build. It counts the region population and the city population in terms of like calculating how it's going to build a building. So it can say, well, sure, the city has 50,000 people densely packed, but the region has nobody else in it. It's only 50,000, and so it's not going to build those super skyscrapers. But if you have a region that's got 10 million people in it, you build a small town. As soon as you meet the hard requirements for density, you can build whatever you want pretty much. You have skyscrapers, real easy to just build out. Build a whole neighborhood of skyscrapers, because it's like, you know what, if there's 50 million people, you know, that's a lot of people moving around. It just makes sense. I love it. New statue. There's another like crease. Let's stick one in. This is a bit bigger statue. Very nice. I need to adjust my Steam streaming settings so I can get some higher quality video for you guys, but you know, here we go. You know the game doesn't simulate traffic like City Skylines, but look at this, right? So, who works in this building? Click. There we go. These people drive on these routes, thus these roads, they have too many people on them, have high traffic, thus slowing down the speed, thus lengthening commute times, thus lowering land value, yada yada yada. Right, so they're all taking this like middle roads, this bottom road. So it'd be a good idea to either build a connecting road from here to here, and make this a road instead of a street, or make this whole area a street. I think because the city's gonna be so dense, I'm gonna go with option A. At least to there. This one's gonna be upgraded to that. Zoom back out just a little bit. There we go. Looking good. We have some, not skyscrapers, but definitely some like large office buildings. It's perfect. Look at that, 717. Good stuff. Holy crap. Alright. So, that's it for the stream. Thank you so much for watching. We have officially begun the new region. I need to think of a name of it. I haven't thought of one yet. Let me save me next and I'll do my outro here. Thank you so much for watching. I will continue this build. I'm probably going to mix in City Skylines every other stream. I might do like one of each here some night. But yeah, so humble beginnings right here. Very humble beginnings. I'm thinking master plan. In this tile, we're going to have multiple rivers come together, for like this one and this one, forming one large river. Right here is going to be a bay with the main river going into it with like little islands and estuaries and stuff. But then also other rivers from around the region will come here. This is going to be kind of like the low point where all the water goes to. And then probably have cliff area probably for this range of tiles right here, probably just like 3 tile area. And then back here, we go to mountains and maybe some valleys. I'm thinking the cliff areas would be good for big city kind of stuff. And then the mountain area kind of block that off. And then the edge of the map, like maybe back here, we'll have probably 1 million in these 4 tiles. It's not super dense, but it's going to be a large city. Maybe a couple more of this spread around. Maybe have a sister city to this one. It's like have the main city here, and this tile and the surrounding tiles, like the full like 5 million plus kind of city. And then right here in the Bay Area would be a large city, but very dense, you know, kind of like just like a waterfront city. Maybe get 1 million out of that one. You know, just a matter of time. Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. I gotta exit out somehow.